Hello students, this will be the video for worksheet 1.4. It's the homework help video for lesson 1.4. So if you have not watched the videos for lesson 1.4 and filled out your notes, please do so before you do this because the notes will help you understand this lesson. So for this worksheet 1.4, we are going to do all of the odd problems. That is numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13 on the back. Okay, so we're doing each of those problems: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. So I will show you guys some of these to give you some help really quickly, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at, let's do number 11 first because there's quite a bit to unpack in number 11, okay? So let's look at number 11. It says 200 minus 3 to the second power minus a negative 10. So I see quite a few things here right off the bat. The first thing I want to ask myself is, do we have any operations that take place in parentheses? And although we do have parentheses, right, we have parentheses around this negative 10, there's not an operation that's going on there. There's not, it's not multiplication, it's not division, not subtraction. It's just that negative 10 in those parentheses, okay? So I don't have to do anything with my parentheses. So I want to think about exponents now. And yes, I do see that there is an exponent, right? Remember, the exponents are the little numbers above our big numbers. So this is an exponent right here, that 2, okay? So that's our exponent. And all that means is that we're multiplying 3 by itself, okay? So we're multiplying 3 times 3, which gives us 9, okay? Then I'm going to bring down my 200, my minus, and my negative 10. All right, so now that I only have subtraction left, I can just go from left to right and solve this problem like I normally would. So I'm going to do 200 minus 9. 200 minus 9 is 191. And then I have minus a negative 10. Okay, and look, I have two negatives right next to each other, right? Two negatives right next to each other. And we know now that that makes a giant positive. So this makes a giant positive. So I have 191 plus 10, which is going to give us 201. And that is the correct answer for number 11, okay? So that one was a little tricky. We just had to know that we had to do those exponents first, okay? Let's take a look at number, let's see, 13. Okay, so go ahead and flip it over. We'll take a look at number 13. It's a little bit different. All right, it says evaluate each of the following problems using the values given. All right, so it gives us A plus B plus 2 if A was 3 and B was 4. So all we're going to do is sub in that 3 for that A and that 4 for that B. Okay, so this new equation would just look like 3 plus 4 plus 2. Okay, I'm not going to solve that for you guys. You guys can solve that on your own. All right. I do want us to take a look at D though, because it's pretty complicated, okay? So I have x minus 10 over 10 minus y squared plus 3 times z. And I have what x equals, I have what y equals, and I have what z equals, okay? So I'm just going to start plugging in. So we know that this x is going to go over here, okay? So instead of x minus 10, I'm going to put 110 minus 10 because it tells us that's what x equals. So I'm subbing in this 110 for that x because x equals 110. So they're the same thing, okay? So I'm going to put parentheses around this because there are parentheses on the top. I'm going to put divided by 10. And then I have minus, and I'm not going to put y squared, okay? I'm not going to put y squared because my y is 5. Okay, my y is 5. So this is going to get plugged in for that. So I have minus 5, and it looks like there's a little 2 there. That's an exponent, so I need to put that 2 here. It's 5 squared is what we would say. And then all I have to do is plug in z. So I'm going to plug in z. Z, it says, is 15. So it's going to be plus 3, and then in parentheses, I'm not going to put z. I'm going to put 15 because that's what z equals, okay? All right, now I just solved this like a normal problem. So up here, I have parentheses, so I'm going to do that first, okay? So I have 110 minus 10 in parentheses. 110 minus 10 is 100 over 10 minus 5 squared plus 3 times 15, okay? Now I have exponents. I see I have an exponent right here, right? I have 5 squared, so that's what I need to do next. 5 squared is 25, so now I have 100 over 10 minus 25 plus 3 times 15. All right, Now I have multiplication and division. So I'm going to start with the left. I have 100 divided by 10. That's a division problem, so I can do that next. 100 divided by 10. So I'm just going to draw an arrow over here to show that we're moving over there. 100 divided by 10 is 10, okay? Then I'm going to do minus 25 plus 3 times 15. What I want to do next is my multiplication, which is here, and 3 times 15 is 45. Okay, so I have 10 minus 25 plus 45, and now I can just solve like I normally would. So 10 minus 25 is going to be negative 15, plus 45 is going to give me 30. Okay, and that is the answer to that problem. So I hope this helps for your homework. Remember, we're only doing the odd numbers. Please feel free to email me if you guys have questions or concerns. Thanks. Bye.